Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Shaina. It's nice to meet you. If you haven't yet subscribed, you can do that now by clicking the big red annotation button right down there. Today I am talking about how to stop negative thinking and self-doubt for good, because when we have all of that negative chatter in our heads, it stops us from going after what we want and becoming who we really want to be. It's magical stuff right here. This is the art of coaching, okay? Right here. You guys are getting it. I'm Shaina, and I love sharing ways on how to better yourself and how to create a beautiful life. This guy exercising outside my window is so distracting right now. Maybe I'm distracting for him, I don't know. Number one, separate yourself from that voice. If I could teach one thing and one thing only to children, this is what it would be. I lived the majority of my life thinking that the voice inside of my head was me talking. And because of this, I believed everything it said to me. It would say, you're not good enough, or you have to do this, or you can't do this. I listened to it and I followed its instructions. I took my thoughts as the absolute truth, as my reality, and I lived by them. Know that you're not that voice. It's not you talking. And in fact, that voice has no idea what's best for you. I like to think of it and even picture her as this annoying roommate inside of my head that just never shuts up. You can even name him or her to make that clear distinction between it and you. Number two, pinpoint the thoughts. What is this roommate of yours telling you that you're totally buying into? Is it saying, dude, you are so stuck right now, you ain't ever getting out of this job? Or, girl, please, you think that you deserve more? Pfft. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Most people allow this voice to run their entire show. It becomes a habit, and that voice is their master. To switch roles and to really get that voice to become a servant, we must be aware of what we're thinking and what we're believing. Number three, question it, talk back to it, laugh at it. Once you've identified the thoughts that aren't serving you in the direction that you want to be going, you can then start to dismantle them one by one. For example, that voice keeps telling you if you change directions, you're gonna be a complete failure. The first thing you wanna do is question it. Is this really true? Am I gonna be a complete failure if I change directions? Or better yet, a better question is, how will I be a failure if I don't change directions? See what I did there? It's just as true, if not truer. Once you start questioning these thoughts, you quickly realize how ridiculous and untrue they are. The next thing is to talk back to it. I do this all of the time. I'm like, girl, I understand what you're saying. I understand you're concerned and scared for my well-being, but I know what I'm doing here and this is what I want. It's like I give her a Valium, tell her to settle down, and then I move on with my life. And then you want to laugh at it and mock it, because at this point you know how ridiculous it is and how overbearing it can be, that you're just like, that's my big laugh. And the last step, number four, is to replace that thought with an empowering one. Your roommate's not going anywhere, so you might as well create a positive environment instead of maintaining a pretty hostile one. For example, when I was at a job that I hated, I believed everything that voice was screaming at me. It was saying, Shaina, you can't quit. You're gonna look like a fool. You haven't been here long enough. You have to stick it out. Once I replaced all of that crappy thinking that was ultimately keeping me stuck with a thought like, you know what, Shaina? The way to find my true happiness is by following my own path. That thought was much more empowering for me, and it led me to where I am today. That is how powerful our thinking is, guys. You change your mind, you change your life. You gotta find better feeling thoughts that resonate with you and create that fire inside of you. That is the key. That is it for today, guys. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up right below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for a new video every week, and I'll see you back here next Wednesday. Bye.